Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you with an article today from Not the Bee, which is the Babylon Bee's actual news site. It's from October 26th and says, in case you felt dumb asking, here's the Cliff's Notes of what's led to this mess in Israel. I remember Cliff's Notes. Did a lot of that stuff with those in high school. Probably have some lying around somewhere. Some of the stuff I'd had to read in high school. But anyway, let's get into the Cliff's Notes version here. Kind of a primer for anybody that's wondering what exactly is going on. This is just yesterday, a colleague of mine grabbed me in the hallway, pulled me to the side, and said quietly, "Okay, I know you know, and I also know that you won't make fun of me for not knowing. Give me a 30-second rundown of what is going on in Israel and if this is going to end the world. Since no man knows the hour, I'll leave the apocalypse prophesying to someone else, but I don't think it's absurd to say that there are more than a few folks who could use a brief summary of the current state of affairs. So, at the risk of coming across patronizing or condescending to Middle East scholars, allow me to offer a Cliff Notes version to the rest of us who could maybe use it. For 4 centuries leading up to and through World War One, the area we currently call Israel was part of a much larger kingdom controlled by the Ottoman Turks. During their rule, the Turks permitted the migration of Muslims from Egypt and Sudan into the area. Those migrants became the ancestors of many now calling themselves Palestinians. It's important to remember there was never a sovereign country called Palestine occupying that territory. Rather, it was a region under the authority of the Ottoman Empire. At the conclusion of World War One, the Turks ceded the land to the League of Nations, which then authorized the British to exercise jurisdiction over it. The British Protectorate of Palestine then existed through the conclusion of the Second Great World War and into 1947. Following the surrender of the Axis powers, post war conferences yielded to the creation of a successor to the League of Nations. The multinational governing body, called the CRAP United Nations, was tasked with securing a just, fair, and peaceful world. That's something they have not really done at all. But good job, UN. As part of their efforts would indicate finding a new homeland for millions of ethnic Jews who had suffered through Hitler's Holocaust and a continent wide persecution. In late 1947, the UN officially divided the former British Protectorate of Palestine between the Arabs who had been living there and the Jews who would be given a portion of it, their ancestral homeland, to forge a country of their own. Jews celebrated the new arrangement while surrounding Arabs seethed. So when the British officially withdrew on May 14th, 1948, the modern state of Israel was born, a reality so displeasing to their neighbors or to her neighbors that Israel was immediately attacked by Syria, Egypt, Iraq, and other Arab nations. Though Israel successfully fended off the assault, the war ended with two territorial arrangements. Says one, a large portion of eastern Israel, that's the West Bank, would be yeah, it does say okay, by the country of Jordan. It says a small southern strip called Gaza would be controlled by Egypt. This arrangement lasted until 1967 when Egypt and its Arab allies attacked Israel in an attempt to eradicate the Jewish state permanently. This conflict became known as the Six Day War since it took less than a week for Israel to score a decisive victory over her foes. Israel took the West Bank, Gaza Strip, Golan Heights, and even captured the Sinai Peninsula from Egypt. That's what happens in war. You take, you conquered that territory. It is yours now. Let's get rid of this ad over here. It says over time, Israel gave back the Sinai, while Egypt let the Gaza Strip remain under the complete control of the Jewish state. That began to change in the early 1990s when, under pressure from Western allies like the United States, Israel began to hand back authority in the West Bank and Gaza Strip to the Palestinian people. That transfer became complete in 2005 when Israel officially withdrew all her settlements and military presence from Gaza. The very next year, in 2006, the Palestinian people permitted a radical Islamist group named Hamas to seize power. Allied to and funded by Iran, the Charter of Hamas calls for the violent destruction of Israel and the conquest of an entire region for Muslim Palestine. So, for the better part of 2 decades, Israeli citizens have been on the receiving end of innumerable Iranian financial attack or rocket attacks from Gaza. In response, Israel has attempted to retaliate against Hamas rocket sites, which, due to their intentional placement, has resulted in the deaths of innocent Palestinians. Yes, because Hamas wants that. They don't care about their own people. In fact, the Israelis, here's an ad that popped up again, the Israelis care more about the Palestinians than the Palestinians do. This is on October 7th. Hamas initiated its most provocative and bold attack into Israel, intentionally targeting and successfully murdering over 1,000 Israeli citizens. The state of Israel has now declared war on Hamas and has vowed to wipe them from the face of the earth. So suffice to say, this war is anything but new, and despite Israel's best intention, it is foolish to believe that it will end anytime soon, whether Hamas is destroyed or not. That's why Scripture wisely advises us to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. That's in Psalm 122:6. If I'm saying that right, I don't know. I am not a Christian. It says not just for any temporary peace that removes innocent civilians from the conflict's crosshairs, but an eternal peace that comes only through Christ. Jews need Jesus, Palestinians need Jesus, because ultimately oppression, violence, and terror of this magnitude only ceases through the will and the rule of the Prince of Peace himself. Okay, so we went full on religious after that, which yeah, I could have done without that. I'm just not a fan of that sort of thing. So everything I'd say up until say probably right about here is all well and good. And after that, it gets kind of preachy, which wasn't expecting that. Should have read the article first, but I did not because I'm an idiot. But yeah, so I mean, this really does sum up everything pretty nicely, though. I wouldn't worry about those last few sentences. Doesn't really mean anything in the context of this. So yeah. So this is it. This is a primer. You can show your friends if they're asking about it. I mean, it's not quick. It's not the 30-second rundown of what the friend was asking the author of the article at the beginning, but still, it's a very good rundown about everything else and what's happened there. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, share it with your friends if they're asking about it, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.